Hi everyone! Today I'm going to read you a book called Maven and the Magic.Buttons, How Tapping into Happy Helps Tears Disappear. This book is written by Mimi Stevens and illustrated by Lee Lanier. One morning, the sun was shining brightly into Maven's bedroom, but the floor was cold on her feet. The minute she put her foot down, a yucky feeling happened inside. Most mornings, Maven got up on the right side of the bed, where the cozy, warm rug waited to snuggle her bare feet. But last night, little brother Marvin ate too much candy and got a big bellyache. Nothing helped until he climbed into his sister's bed. Maven loved her little brother very much, so she didn't mind that he tossed and turned all night long. But Maven didn't sleep well, and she had to get up on the wrong side of the bed. Now the thought of today's big math test felt like a brown cloud hanging over her head. Maven felt nervous, tired, and cranky. Her belly was even starting to ache, and she didn't even eat any candy last night. In the bathroom, Maven saw that her shirt was backwards and inside out. OMG, she growled at the mirror. She found her slippers, but bonked her head while trying to put them on. Ouch! She yelled. When Maven went to eat breakfast, oh, what a mess! Marvin giggled and pointed at her each time she spilled. She got mad at Marvin, and that didn't help, not one tiny bit. I'm glad Marvin feels better today, said Mom, but I think Maven needs to go to bed early tonight. Maven wanted to go back to bed more than anything, but when Mom said it like that, Maven just felt embarrassed and angry. Maven loved Mom and Marvin, so being angry at them made everything else feel worse. So Maven started feeling sad and lonely too, even though Mom was right there, kissing her goodbye and saying, I love you, Maven. Nothing seemed to help Maven feel better. She shuffled out the door and dragged herself to the bus stop. On the bus, even the nice bus driver seemed grumpy today. Maven was afraid she was going to cry in front of her friends. Maven felt like she wanted to stomp her feet and yell and scream, but tantrums always seemed to make things worse. After the bus started moving, Maven's BFF frowned at her and whispered loudly, What's wrong with you, Maven? I don't know, said Maven, looking away. Nothing. What is wrong with me? Maven wondered. Will these yucky feelings ever go away? Just then her friends whispered and giggled. Now Maven felt even sadder and madder. Finally the bus arrived at school. Maven ran straight to her homeroom without letting one tear escape. Miss Carrington frowned at the sight of Maven, who was holding her belly and looking very unhappy. Oh great, now everyone's mad at me, Maven decided, seeing her favorite teacher frown. But Miss Carrington was a very smart and very caring teacher. She took Maven aside so the other kids wouldn't hear. Maven, are you okay? Miss Carrington asked, looking right into her sad eyes. You look ready to cry. My belly hurts, Maven whined. Want to go see the nurse? Miss Carrington offered. I think she'll be able to help. Maven was afraid she'd cry if she tried to talk. She just nodded yes. As soon as Glenda the good nurse asked how she could help, tears flooded from Maven's cheeks. She began sobbing and reached out her arms. Nurse Glenda held Maven while she cried. Soon Maven was feeling calmer and was able to talk again. She blurted it all out. Everything's going wrong today. I feel mad at everyone and sad and lonely, and I'm afraid of failing the math test, and I'm scared of feeling yucky like this forever. That's no fun at all, Nurse Glenda sighed as she wiped Maven's tears gently with a soft tissue. I know just how you feel, Maven, the nurse admitted. I feel that way sometimes too. Maven's eyes flew open real wide. with surprise. You do? Oh, sure, Nurse Glenda smiled thoughtfully. Sometimes I just get up on the wrong side of the bed. When that happens, my whole day starts off on the wrong foot. Hey, that's exactly what happened to me this morning. Now that she knew Nurse Glenda had feelings like this, Maven stopped feeling so alone. She thought for a minute and then wondered, what do you do to feel better, Miss Glenda? With a twinkle in her eye, Glenda the good nurse lifted Maven up onto the table and replied, I just tap on my magic buttons. That always helps me feel better. Maven's eyes blinked hard, and then they twinkled too. Huh? Magic buttons? Maven marveled. Can I have some, please? You already have magic buttons, replied Nurse Glenda. Everybody does. Really? Even moms and dads and little brothers? Maven was getting excited. Yes, said the nurse, but some people don't know about them, and adults who do know usually say tapping instead of magic buttons. What about teachers? Do they know? And other nurses? Do they? Asked Maven. What about doctors, firemen, and policemen? Do they know? Some know, Nurse Glenda replied, and some don't, but we all have them. Do my friends have magic buttons too? Yes, Maven, everyone does. Glenda the good nurse understood that it was hard for some people to believe in magic. She patiently explained, we can all tap or press on our magic buttons anywhere and anytime that we want to feel better. Wow, that's amazing. Can you please show me right now, Miss Glenda? Maven begged. Where are they? How do they work? Okay, the first magic button is your belly button, the nurse said. Make a fist and press it up against your belly button. Now take a deep breath in while pushing your belly button outward against your fist. Maven closed her eyes so she could focus on pushing her fist away with her belly as she breathed air in through her mouth. It took a few tries, but soon Maven got it. I did it. I can feel it. Great, Nurse Glenda replied. Now let's take 5 big magic belly button breaths. We'll count them together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. After a moment of silence, Nurse Glenda asked, How do you feel now, Maven? With eyes still closed, Maven reported, I feel more awake and more calm, but my belly still hurts, and I still feel kind of sad and mad. Okay, now we'll tap on your other 10 magic buttons while saying the magic words. Your second magic button is on the flat side of your fist, the nurse continued. It's a special button because it's how we remind ourselves how special we are. Tap on it using your other hand while repeating these magic words 3 times. Even though my belly hurts and I feel sad and mad, I really like myself anyway. Good. Nurse Glenda smiled and continued. As we tap on the rest of the magic buttons, we just say what's bothering us, 1 time, while tapping on each magic button. Tap on each one about 5 times. Number 3 is the top of your head. Number 4 is the inside of either eyebrow. Number 5 is the outside of either eyebrow. Number 6 is under your eye on the top of your cheekbone. Number 7 is under your nose. Number 8 is under your lip above the chin. My belly hurts and I feel sad and mad. Can I do it myself, Miss Glenda? Maven wanted to be in charge of her own feelings. Yes, you can, Maven, replied the nurse. You tap on your magic buttons while I tap on mine. Maven found magic button number 9 just below her collarbone. She tapped on it 5 times, while repeating the magic words. My belly hurts and I feel sad and mad. Let's say it together. My belly hurts and I feel sad and mad. And your last magic button is on the inside of your wrists. They clapped their wrists together and said, My belly hurts and I feel mad and sad. Then Nurse Glenda said, Okay, now close your eyes and check how you're feeling inside. If your belly still hurts or you still feel sad or mad, just keep tapping on your magic buttons until it feels good. After tapping one more time on all her magic buttons, Maven was feeling good. She understood that lots of little things had piled up into one big bad day, but now she knew that she could change any yucky feeling any time. If I feel worried about Marvin or a test, if my belly hurts for any reason, if I feel like crying or being mean, even if my family, friends, or teachers seem mad at me, I can just tap my own magic buttons and start having a much better day. That's right, Maven, Nurse Glenda agreed. Always remember that your magic buttons give you the power to tap into your best thoughts, feelings, and behavior anytime. Yes, I will, Miss Glenda, Maven promised. Can I show Marvin and Mom and Dad too? Of course, replied Nurse Glenda, but tell Marvin to press instead of tapping on his magic buttons until he's 5 years old. We don't want him to poke his eye. Okay, I'll tell him, Maven agreed. She gave Glenda the good nurse a great big hug and hurried back to class. When Maven walked in the door, she was beaming with confidence. She even felt focused and ready for the math test. After all, Maven knew her magic buttons were always there for her, especially when she needed to concentrate and focus on a test. Welcome back, Maven, Miss Carrington greeted her with a big smile. Nice to see you feeling so much better. Thank you, Maven replied. I feel good now, and I'm going to get an A on my math test today. I just know it. Maven's best friend smiled and whispered, Hey, what's up with you, girl? Maven took a deep breath and whispered back, I'll tell you all about it on the bus ride home. And that is the end of the Magic Buttons. At the end are some tips for your parents or your teachers or any other adult that wants to read the book to you. But I hope you will give the Magic Buttons a try. I do tapping myself, which is the same thing as the Magic Buttons, and this is a version for kids.